Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to get on here to share a bit of a story time. It happened to me earlier today, this morning to be exact. I went to work out around 5 o'clock in the morning. So I've been up since like 4:30, went to work out at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I finished my workout at 6. So I'm coming out of the gym, and the gym has a numerical code system for you to get in, get out. And as I'm coming out, I'm heading straight forward direction, and someone's coming from what is my right side. And when I look over, the man is wearing a hoodie. His face looked pretty mean. He was pale in the face as well. And I can't get the picture out of my head, but it just felt weird. So as I'm walking, which now I have to turn the corner to my left, as I'm walking, I've noticed that the person who was, who I spotted, is fairly close behind me. So I pick up the pace. And start walking a bit quicker. Mind you, before I get to that, like every time I come out the gym, there's this little ride-on toy that's for like kids to put on like a coin or whatever and sit down and ride on. And the coin, it's like a little train or something, a car or a train. And every time someone comes out, or I guess it's motion detected, I don't know, but it has this eerie little girl voice that says something like, put in the coin if you want to go for a ride or something like that. But it sounds creepy because that corner is like fairly dark. There's a couple of spotlights, but the corner is fairly dark. So it just feels weird when you're coming out of the gym and the first thing you hear that echoes in that corner is that little ride. So I'm already coming out of that corner or coming out of the gym with the thought that that voice is about to go off. Don't scare yourself. So when this person is coming in my direction and I'm not expecting anyone to come from that direction, it kind of made me jump a little. Oh shit. So I continue walking, and I notice that the person picks up the pace behind me. So I pick up the pace again, and the person continues to pick up their pace behind me. So I continue walking. At this point, you have to turn the corner to your left-hand side. And instead of turning fully on the left-hand side, I decide to go straight across to the other side of what I call is a hallway. So there's buildings on each side, but there's a long path. So I went straight ahead and went to this side. And I continue walking. As I notice, I'm trying to pay attention to see where this person's at because they're making me feel a bit uncomfortable. So I look over and I notice at the corner of my eye that he's still on the left-hand side. Now, mind you, there's a big space in between both sides of the building. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's going to stay on that side. I don't need to think about it anymore. It had been raining, so there's like drops coming off of the building, but it's not like pouring down and it's not raining at that moment. So I walk across and I'm standing on the side of the building, which I'm going to go into anyway. So it's a long path. And I noticed that at some point he decides to then cross over to the same side where I was at. And he gets really close behind me again. So here I am. I'm thinking to myself, the first thought that came to my head was, if I scream loud enough, is my husband going to hear me? Then I thought to myself, reach into your pockets, stick your keys in between your fingers, and if you need to defend yourself, it's literally a punch and go. And then in my other hand, I had my key card. So I continued to walk, fidgeting with the keys, making sure that I'm putting the keys in between my fingers. At this point, I pick up pace again, and the person picks up pace again. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, do I say something? No, just keep going. So I just need to get inside my building. Mind you, as a woman, when you're walking by yourself and it's dark or it's no one else is around, it can be nerve-wracking. So I breathe kind of like a sigh of relief because I'm at my door. I take my key card, put on the swipe so I can get into the building. And as I get into the building, I look back really quick and the person didn't pass by my door. I didn't see the person cross over to the other side of the building or I didn't see the person pass by my door. And the way how he was so close behind me, he should have, as soon as I went through that door, I should have been able to turn and spot him go across my door. But he never crossed the door. And I just decided, let me get through the second set of doors. I'm nervous. That was uncalled for. And I'm wondering if he even noticed. Maybe he did, how nervous I was. But I was nervous, but I was cautious. And I thought to myself, who would want to mess with me? I'm a lot of weight. I will be a struggle. Like, you can't just pick me up and go. Like, I would understand if it was like some smaller girl, but yeah. I came inside the house and I told my husband. He said, sometimes people will attack just because they want a challenge, and you would be a challenge. And I'm like, well, gee, thanks for making me feel better. But he did. He spoke to me about it. But still, I was just like, what the hell? Like, there was no need for him to be speeding up behind me. But this is the stuff you go through as a woman who walks by themselves at some point, whether it's daytime or nighttime. And it's sad that you would have to think that way and be so cautious, because you just never know. And I don't know, there was just something about his look on his face as soon as I came out that gym and I looked over to the side and I see he was tall. He had the hood on and his face was so pale and he looked like he was like pissed, almost like mad. And it's not because like I jumped out in front of him. No, I had, there was plenty of space that when I came out, I looked over and he was heading in my direction. But the look on his face was just, I don't know. The look on his face was scary. But anyway, that happened. I hope you have a great day. I know it's not like a great story to start off your day with, but ladies, be cautious whenever you're leaving the gym at like early hours of the morning or going to the gym late at night or wherever you're going. Just be cautious. And if you're in a place like the UK where you can't carry any type of weapons on you to have to, self-defense, you can't do pepper spray or anything like that, carry your keys and stick one key in between each finger if you have to. And if you have to, you punch and you go and you scream. And don't just scream fire or something, because I think the good thing about my area is that, like I call it a hallway, it echoes. So I just thought to myself, if I feel the need to scream, like it will echo and people will hear me. But my main concern was, if I scream, will my husband hear me? I don't know. The things that go through your head when you're like in a state of like fear. Although I didn't feel like I was like really, really scared, because I felt like, okay, if I have to defend myself, I'm going to have to defend myself. But imagine if it was a smaller woman or a young girl, leaving a gym 6 in the morning. It's 6 in the morning, but now it's dark again. So yeah, I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit that follow button. Thank you for hearing me out. Have a great day.